Hello everyone and welcome to another math class with love. In case this is the first time coming to my page, my name is Victory, or you can call me Love. Okay, today we are going to be looking at trigonometric ratios. And Pythagoras theorem. We are looking at trigonometric ratio and Pythagoras theorem. Now let's start with trigonometric ratios. Then we'll end with Pythagoras theorem for this particular video. There are a lot of things to dive in to do inside the trigonometric ratio. Now, first of all, what is trigonometric or what is trigonometry? Trigonometry deals with the study of a triangle, actually, the sides and angles of a triangle. But now for this particular set we're going to be looking at, this is involving Pythagoras theorem. We are going to be looking at the relationship between the sides. When we talk about trigonometric ratio, we are looking at the relationship between the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. That's where the trigonometric ratios come in. We're looking at the relationship between the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. Now, I hope you know that every triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. If I should draw a triangle, not must that it will be a right angle triangle, but this one I'm drawing now is a right angle triangle. If I have a right angle triangle, there's an angle here, there's an angle here, and then the right angle. Now, what we are saying is, if here is A, here is B, and here is C. We have 3 sides here. We have side AB, side BC, and side AC. These are the 3 sides of the triangle. And also, we have 3 angles. The angle at A, the angle at B, and the angle at C. There are 3 sides and there are 3 angles. So what we want to do now is, we want to relate the sides of this right angle triangle with its different angles. So first of all, let's look at Pythagoras theorem. Now, Pythagoras theorem this is a theorem, so I'm going to state it. Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse of any right angle triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. That the square of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. What does that mean? Now, in every right angle triangle, if you look at this side, the side that looks slanted, this is the side we call the hypotenuse side. So what this is trying to tell us is that when we square the hypotenuse, it's going to be equal to the sum of the squares. That's, I have AB plus BC also. So it's going to be equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. This is what Pythagoras theorem is saying. That when I square whatever the hypotenuse is, so if I square the hypotenuse, that it's going to be equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. Now, where does this help us? This Pythagoras theorem helps us when we are looking for a missing side of a right angle triangle. When you are looking for a missing side of any right angle triangle, it is best to use Pythagoras theorem. Example, if I have a diagram like this now, let me say here is 3, here is 4, and I'm looking for here. Or here is 12, here is 7, and I'm looking for here. So how do I solve? For A, we use Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. So this is S squared is equal to 4 squared plus 3 squared, which is 16 plus 9, and 16 plus 9 is 25. So we are having that s squared is equal to 25. If I take square root of both sides, s is going to be equal to 5. So I've gotten that missing side. For the second part, if I have this, the hypotenuse is 12, but I'm looking for the other side down. I'm looking for the other side. So what I'm still going to do is square the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Did you see that? So this is 12 squared is 144, and 7 squared is 49 plus y squared. So if I collect like terms, I want y squared to be subject. So this is y squared is equal to 144 minus 49. I hope you're not confused with what I did. What I literally did was I moved 49 to the other side, and that's why it's negative. So I had 144 minus 49 equals y squared. So what I now did was to change the sides. So now I'm having y squared is equal to, so we check what's 144 minus 195. Okay, so y will now be the square of 95. So whatever that is our result. So this is how we use the Pythagoras theorem. Remember, the most important thing now is that we use Pythagoras theorem when we are looking for a missing side. If you know two sides and you're looking for one more side, no matter where the side is, we use Pythagoras theorem. And what does Pythagoras theorem state? It states that the square of the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, the slanted side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So in our next video, we'll look at the trigonometric ratios. Please join me, and Lord bless you.